Can you tell I'm very happy right now? I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today is probably one of the most exciting collections I've ever had in my whole collection. Oh my god. Apart from some of my horror ones, but obviously it's from Glamlite, so obviously I'm very excited. But this is such a moment for me. It's a moment for makeup, I think, as well. I know a lot of people are not going to think that, but I think that anyway. We are going to be doing a first impressions with the Glamlite and Lord of the Rings collection, a licensed Lord of the Rings makeup collection done right. Oh my god, is it done right? I'm so excited about this. So in this video we are going to go through each individual section of this collection, including the bag, including the PR box, because everything has Lord of the Rings on it and I want to show it off because it's my favorite thing ever. I'm going to show up close, like kind of b-roll footage of like the packaging, the swatches, everything like that. It's probably going to be a long video because I will talk a lot about Lord of the Rings in this video because it's my favorite movie series ever. It's probably my favorite movie ever because it's one long 12-hour movie to me. Can you tell I'm very excited? I'm talking really fast right now. But I'm going to go through each individual part of the collection. We are going to play with one lip kit. I will talk a little bit about the lip care kit. We will obviously be using the palette to create this look, the highlighter, and anything else? No, I think that is it. But it's going to be a fun time. If you're a Lord of the Rings nerd, please stay tuned because it's very fun. But let's get into all the parts of this collection. Okay, to start this off, you've already seen this right at the very beginning there. The Lord of the Rings PR box. Excuse me, the detail? Are you joking me? I love it. It's very shiny, so I do apologize if you're getting blinded right now. But like even the inside of the box, and I'm keeping this box. This box is staying with me because I love it, and I'll probably store all my packaging in this because I'm keeping the packaging off everything. Everything. Yeah, weird, I know, but I'm keeping the packaging. Next up, we've got the makeup bag. Now I have no b-roll footage for this because I'm just going to show it to you anyway. It's just easier to show you as I talk. It's the cutest thing ever. It's got a hobble hole door. Who doesn't want to live in a hobble hole? I do. And when you zip, it's got Lothlorien leaves, or the leaves of Lorien, and when you unzip it, open the door, you've got the inscription here, you've got my boy Sam and my boy Frodo, and then when you tilt it, you've got the lenticular look of the ring, and it says here, keep it secret, keep it safe. Just stunning. All around the edges then you have got the inscription of the ring. Obviously mine is like still just fresh out of the packaging, so it's kind of not worn in yet. It's not gotten its true shape just yet. It's a little bit flattened. But if you open the front zip, you've got this kind of flat part, which is where I would store my palette and maybe pencils and things like that, or brushes even, to keep them safe in the very front because it's very shallow sort of section. And it's just nice to keep everything compact in that one section. And then you open the back and it opens like this. It's got like the little kind of holders here to keep it open. And you've got a long strap. If you want to wear it as a bag, you can. But it's such a nice makeup bag. It's also got the matte print on it on the inside. It just makes me happy. I love it. I love it so much. How many times am I going to say that it makes me happy? It makes me happy. Okay, so now for the products. We are going to start with the lip care kit, the Even Star kit. Let me just pull this back up because it's a long necklace and I want you guys to see it. Some of these things are out of the boxes, but you will see it in the b-roll that I have done with the swatches and everything, that they are in gorgeous packaging that I will be keeping. We have got the Even Star lip scrub. This is a gorgeous lip scrub. Look at the top, like it's got the Even Star on top. Can you see that? It's just this what I want. It's got a coconut scent or flavour. I never know how to say that when it comes to lip scrub. It is a flavour or scent. Really reminds me of pina colada, not gonna lie. It's this blue shade. I don't use lip scrubs that often, but if you think I wasn't buying this whole collection, you're joking. Will use it the odd time when I remember, but I just don't use them too often. So this I'm not too kind of fussed about. This though I'm very happy with. It's got a keychain. It's a lip mask and you stick it on your keys. It clicks off like this. The applicator is lovely. It's kind of like this weird flattened sort of thing. It's really nice to apply, and this is a peppermint sort of scent. It's lovely. It's not like tingly or plumping or anything like that. It is just a peppermint scent. It's lovely, and I really like the combo of the coconut peppermint. It feels really fresh and awakening or something like that. I don't know, but that's how it feels to me. Then we've got the lip combo that I'm currently wearing. We have got the Rivendell lip combo. Again, the swatches will be up on screen. So we have got the Rivendell lip pencil. This is in a regular kind of pencil form. It's a gorgeous plummy berry sort of shade, more plum than berry, but still really, really nice shade. Applies really nice, really creamy, really nice, but not so creamy that it's going to move too much. I do really like Glamlite's lip pencil formula. And then we've got the Rivendell lip gloss, which is also a plummy shade. I love, love, love the packaging on this. It's got a really nice small doe foot applicator. The only thing I'll say about this double applicator, and I think the wiper in the middle of it, it doesn't pick up a lot of product, so I feel like you have to dip a few times to get the product out. But the colour, the texture, everything about it, other than that, is stunning, and I just adore this packaging so much. Now we've got the only thing that I haven't used yet in this, I've only swatched it. We have got the Sauron lip kit. This is in box still with the lenticular packaging. I love lenticular packaging, and this is so fun. The packaging on this is so cool. They nailed it with this one. So inside you have got a lip pencil, a lipstick. Look at this. It looks like something from Orthanc, from Isengard. It is beautiful, and in this gorgeous gloss. So the lip pencil is more of like this brown, kind of coffee brown sort of shade. The lipstick is almost like a dark pumpkin orange, which, I mean, your Halloween queen over here, love a pumpkin orange. And it's magnetic packaging as well. It's stunning. And then the gloss is this very sheer, peachy, orangey, sparkly lip gloss. It's gorgeous. I think this represents Sauron so well. And in my 2 looks on palette, when I do it, I will be obviously using the shades in the eyeshadow palette, and I will use this lip kit so you can see that one in action. But I wasn't going to do both, and it wouldn't go with this look. The Rivendell one actually went better with this look. And then onto cheeks, we have got the One Ring highlighter, obviously. I'm wearing it now. So when I first initially seen this, I thought this was going to be too dark for me, and it's a touch, just a touch too dark. I can get away with it, but I do feel like, especially in this, that I applied a little bit too much. There is a slight dark cast here. I love the colour. I love the tone that it's like this golden with a green sort of fleck in it. The packaging is stunning. You've got lovely Gollum in here, and the ring, and then when you open it, it's got a button opener as well, which is very fancy. It's got the inscription here on the box. On the inside it says "My Precious," but this is a here. It does not bode well with these lights. I do apologize for blinding you, but it's this gorgeous golden green sort of shade. It's beautiful. It is just a touch too dark for my pale skin, but I can make it work. I can layer something slightly lighter on top, or I can just apply less, or wait until I'm a little bit darker in the summer to make it work. And then lastly, the pièce de résistance, the one we have all been waiting for, the eyeshadow palette. It's a 20 colour palette for face and body. They can never really say eyes because some shades aren't suitable for the eyes because they can either cause staining or slight irritation. My eyes are usually fine with all these, so I just use them on the eyes. You will obviously see the packaging now. The outer packaging, the box is gorgeous on this. It is so cool with the Fellowship walking through the lands on their journey. Just the way it's done, it's so gorgeous. And then the palette itself has got the map of Middle Earth on it, and it's just so luxe. It's so detailed. It's so beautiful. And it's, what to say, begin your journey with the officially licensed Lord of the Rings and Glamlite Middle Earth palette. This 20 colour palette offers stunning ranges of warm earthy tones celebrating the Fellowship of the Ring and their legendary journey from Shire to Mordor. And this here, you've got a lovely mirror. Again, I'm going to try not to blind you, but you've got the mountains here as well, which is gorgeous. Yeah, so I'm so excited to actually play with this. Each kind of character has their own shade. Not every single character in the movie, obviously there's a lot of characters, but a lot of the big hitters. You've got Arwen, Galadriel, Bilbo, Merry, Pippin, Samwise, my fave. I'll go into that. Any shade I use in this, the character that represents it, I'll talk about. Just be prepared for some Lord of the Rings chat in this video. The mix of textures, all the different shades. The only thing I will say is the Legolas shade, I don't think really suits him. That's just me. That's just me. But other than that, I don't think I'd actually change anything about this palette. I think the perfect amount of light mattes and dark mattes. Your lightest shades being shimmers, light shimmers, deeper shimmers, really grungy, really smoky, but also light and airy as well, which I think goes really well with both sides of Lord of the Rings. I think it's gorgeous. I cannot wait to play with this so much more. I'm so happy I have this in my collection. I'm so happy I got it. I'm so happy it arrived before I went on holiday, so I knew what it was going to be like. And I get it up for you while I'm away. This is probably going up as I'm in Tenerife, actually, because I'm bringing my laptop with me to make sure everything goes up on time. But yeah, I'm so excited about this whole collection. I love it so much. And yeah, if you want to, in the comments, talk Lord of the Rings to me, talk to me about it, please, because I am such a Lord of the Rings nerd. It's not like, yeah, we watch the extended edition at least once a year, if not 3 times a year. We will sometimes do it as a marathon, sometimes we do it over a couple of days. We do drinking games. Very dangerous though. Do not recommend drinking games while watching Lord of the Rings, because you will be very intoxicated by the end of it, just saying. So yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. I love this collection. I'm so excited for you guys to see how I created this look. Just before we get into this lovely look and the tutorial and everything that I use on my face that is from the collection, my Instagram is linked down below where I post all the up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both those a follow. So that is it. Let us not ramble anymore. Let us get into this tutorial. Let's see this palette in action. Let's talk Lord of the Rings, because there's nothing else that I ever want to talk about apart from horror movies is Lord of the Rings. That's it. So let's see how we created this look. Guys, you have no idea how excited I am for this video. Oh my god. I'm going to be playing with my Lord of the Rings palette. Licensed Lord of the Rings palette done properly. Oh my god, I cannot wait for this. So today, for our first impressions, I'm obviously going to be doing 2 looks on palette. I'll probably do a palette bingo at some point. But today, first impressions, we are going to be playing with, that's so beautiful, the greens. So I'm going to use Boromir, Frodo, Merry and Samwise, obviously my favourite character. We'll get into that. And probably a little bit of Bilbo. I'm also going to use Legolas, my other favourite character, and Gollum, my other favourite character. I love them all. Anyway, we're going to play with those, do some sort of nice grungy, foresty sort of look. I just really want the shade Frodo like mostly on the lid and a little pop of Legolas in with that as well to go with the Gollum shade. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cute. And it's Lord of the Rings. So what more could I want? So my skin is on, my brows and my eyeshadow primer is on, which will all be listed down below. My cheeks are almost done. We do have a highlighter to play with that I am a little bit afraid of. She's a little bit dark. I do think it's going to be a little bit too dark for me. But it's fine. We'll use it on the eyes. Or if I do get a tan when I go on holidays soon, I might be able to use it after that. But we'll go through everything. We're going to do the eyes together and I'm so excited. So we're going to start with the shade Boromir, which is a lot of people's least favourite character. I love Boromir. And if you have watched the movie enough and know enough about the story and the ins and outs and all the intricacies of the story, you should be loving Boromir. Just saying. So we're going to take this beautiful deep dark forest green and I'm taking that on a Singe Beauty E05 brush, just a small skinny little fluffy brush. And just for this video, prepare for me to nerd out about Lord of the Rings. So this shade is going to go on the outer corner and through the crease, the whole way through the crease. Build it up slowly because it is a nice dark shade. We're not blending this shade out. We will blend in a minute. I almost forgot to put my Even Star lip mask on. Oh my god, I had it on earlier on and it's kind of worn off now. So I'm going to put a little bit more of this on. I love the applicator. Back to the eyeshadow. So my love for Lord of the Rings started when I was like 7. Well, I originally watched the first one when I was about 7. My dad brought it home on VCR and I didn't know anything about it. That's also how I watched the first Harry Potter, as my dad brought it home. I didn't know anything about it and I watched it and I was also 7 because they came out around the same time. And my vivid memories of it is I remember the ring wraiths, because I always was afraid of like those Grim Reaper style, like in the big cloak sort of creatures when I was a kid. And I remember the moment, really specific, but the moment when the Uruk are running through the forest to get to where the Fellowship is, and that really close-up shot of the guy stomping his foot on the branch, like the fallen tree. That I really remember that. I don't know why. But the other thing I also remember from it is the elf with the long blonde hair. I was obsessed with Orlando Bloom, obsessed with Legolas. I wanted to be an elf, still want to be an elf, but I am more of a hobbit. I gotta be realistic nowadays. I'm more of a hobbit. That is just going to go in this sort of nice rounded shape all the way through the crease. Really pack it on, but that colour is stunning. This is actually the kind of colour I want my bedroom to be when I have my own house. I'm going to do a feature wall of this colour. Obviously, as you can tell, Lord of the Rings is my favourite thing in the world. It is my favourite movie. I like to call it favourite movie because to me it's one long movie. It's a 12-hour movie, extended. And we only ever watch extended, me and my boyfriend. He's obsessed with it as well. And every time we watch it, like we always do like a little marathon of it, whether it be all in one day or over a couple of days, depending on how much time we have. We always end up discussing really deep, detailed things about it. Like something really random we'll get really into. Like he didn't know that Aragorn wears Boromir's bracers, the kind of arm guards, throughout the entire movies. He never knew that. And I was the one that told him, and it was so good. We love Boromir, both of us. My brother, my captain, my king moment is one of my favourite moments. To me, it's just like my comfort movie. It's the thing that makes me so happy. Everything about it. I have a one ring. I'll get it. I'll actually show you. So here's my one ring. There she is. It is kind of engraved. I got this in Florence. It's not super legit, I don't think, but it is like movie merch, like it's official movie merch. I do also have the Even Star necklace, which I will put on at the end. That's the jewelry I'm going to choose for this video. That my boyfriend got me for Christmas a couple of years ago. Actually, I think it was like our second Christmas together he got me that. It's stunning. It's beautiful. Now I'm going to take the shade Samwise right here. And I'm going to take this on a Lavender Luxe number 7 brush from BH Cosmetics. Just a slightly bigger fluffy brush, but still has a little bit of, like, it's a little bit stiffer, so it gives a little bit more blend to the look. And I'm just taking a little bit of that, and we're going to just start kind of fluffing that around the edges to get a nice soft gradient. So yeah, I have the Even Star necklace. I've also got a map of Middle Earth. It's currently in my boyfriend's house because I have no space in here to hang it up, but that will also be going in our house, hung up. I have got, what else have I got? He got me a display, you know, those metal poster things, of Gandalf fighting the Balrog, which is unreal. Oh god, I've got so much stuff. I really want the swords. Like, eventually me and him are gonna invest money and start collecting the swords from the movie so we can put them out on display. Again, I'm keeping this shape really rounded. This is giving me the most beautiful blend though of greens. So since we're using his shade, Samwise Gamgee, or Samwise the Brave as he should be known, is probably my favourite character in anything ever. Every time we watch the extended edition, there's the prologue of Concerning Hobbits. It's a chapter in the book where Bilbo kind of narrates all the things about hobbits that you should know. And there's one shot of Sam. It's the first time you ever see him. Sam in his garden, doing stuff in the garden. And every time, I have a big smile on my face. Every time I see his face, Sean Astin played the role perfectly. He is also one of my favourite human beings in the world. I love him. If I was to ever meet him, I would cry. Like, proper cry. I'm not a big crier unless I'm watching movies, but I would fully cry. The moment in The Two Towers where he gives his speech is actually one of my favourite moments in the entire movie series. That, along with my brother, my captain, my king. I also love the moment, a lot of these are kind of extended moments, but the moment between Aragorn and Boromir talking about Gondor in the first movie, before they leave Lothlorien. Love that moment. Stunning. If you haven't watched Lord of the Rings, by the way, firstly, I will tell you, watch it theatrical first, because it's a lot to take in when you watch the extended edition. Watch it theatrical, and then the next time, then watch extended, and you've so much more to kind of see. It's great. Because when I first seen them, I only seen theatrical, and then I moved up, I upgraded, leveled up to the extended. I think this video is going to be a bit long, because I'm just going to keep talking about Lord of the Rings. Anywho, we're just going to go into the shade Merry, which is this beautiful, light, kind of sagey green. It's a little bit more green on camera. It's looking kind of paler on camera, but here it's a bit more punch to it. And I'm taking that on a Cash Beauty K06 brush, just a really fluffy brush. And I'm just going to dust this around all the edges, just to really blend out those edges. Get a nice soft gradient into my skin. I always say, like, I know the movies in and out. I know the behind the scenes in and out. I know every little fact about it. That there is to know at the minute. There's always new things coming out, new facts and things like that. I would love to do a Lord of the Rings quiz with me, my boyfriend, and one of our friends who, he's such a Lord of the Rings nerd as well, our friend. And I'm really good with the movie stuff, the behind the scenes stuff, names. I'm really good with names, remembering names of things. My boyfriend's really good with numbers and times and locations and things like that. And just general moments of the movie. And then our friend is really good with the lore, because he's actually read the Silmarillion. I have never read the Silmarillion, because I can admit it, I don't think I have the mental capacity for the Silmarillion. I think I would be better with just The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and then do Silmarillion on audiobook. Now, to be fair, I've only ever listened to Lord of the Rings books. I'm currently still listening to it because my boyfriend got it for me for Christmas a couple of years ago, and I'm still trying to get through it because I don't have time. But I try to. I'm currently on Return of the King. I've just started Return of the King, and it's beautiful. Sam in the book and in the movie, still my favourite character. Still love him. That is our top part done. So now we're going to go in the shade Gollum right here. I feel like I'm talking about each character or each moment depending on the shade I'm using. So we are going to go into some Gollum stuff. Into the shade Gollum, this kind of murky mauvey sort of shade, and I'm taking that on a BH Cosmetics Lavender Luxe number 10 brush, just a little pencil brush. And this is going to go on our lower lash line because this is kind of going to match the Legolas shade. So just working that in to really smoke out that lower lash. So for Gollum, I love the Gollum character. I think he's super complex. That's why I like Boromir, is because he's very complex as well. I don't necessarily always feel sorry for him because, you know, kind of done it to himself. But the Ring done it, but like he also done it to himself. I adore Andy Serkis. He's also one of my favourite people in the planet. And the audiobooks that I'm reading are narrated by Andy Serkis, and the voices he can do in that is just incredible. It's literally like Sir Ian McKellen is there. It's so good. But one of my favourite... So I'm very much a character kind of person when I watch movies. I love a character. I love a bit of dialogue. I love the kind of psychology behind characters. So my favourite Gollum moment is the moment when he tells Gollum to go away, when Smeagol tells Gollum to go away, because it's kind of like a split personality sort of thing. And well, I don't know what it is really, but it's kind of like the Ring part of him is the Gollum part, and then his own regular part is the Smeagol part. And he tells him to go away because I love how it's shot. I love how it slowly turns the camera and then it's a back and forward and it's like two different people talking to each other. So good. Kind of funny as well, but also really sad. Now I'm going to take the shade Gandalf. Right here, and this is just going to be on a Glamlite Friday the 13th brush. This is that like big paddle brush. I'm just going to use this to blend out that purpley shade on the bottom, just very softly, get a little bit more smokiness. But yeah, I have seen the first and the third one in cinema because the cinema close to us, the Odeon, did do a showing of it, but we missed the second one, which I was so annoyed because the second one is kind of my favorite. I know a lot of people don't agree with that, and I just don't get it. Because I've got Sam's speech, if there's some good left in this world, Mr. Frodo, it's worth fighting for. Best speech, like, so inspiring. It's that speech that makes me love Sam so much. The Battle of Helm's Deep, come on. The bit with Aragorn and the doors, come on. Aragorn as well, I love Aragorn. For me, he is the epitome of positive masculinity. He is, I say this to my boyfriend all the time, if you don't know what to do, just think, what would Aragorn do? That's the way you should live your life. That's for men and women. What would Aragorn do? Oh, that's nice. It's kind of giving like almost like a cool, nearly blue because it's grey, haze around the edges. And then since we just used his shade, Gandalf, how can you not love Gandalf? He's just one of the greatest characters to be ever written, I feel. While I'm chatting about Gandalf, I'm just going to pop on my glitter primer. I'm taking a number 7 brush from the BH Cosmetics Rose Gold set, and it's just a flat brush and a little bit of NYX Glitter Primer as well, just on the lid because I want this green shadow to stick. I want this to be beautiful and shiny. But yeah, Gandalf has so many good moments. My favourite and my boyfriend's favourite is the bit when he's talking about the Grey Havens in Gondor, when him and Pippin think it's the end. It's got like Pippin is like, oh, I didn't think it would end this way, and then Gandalf goes on with a speech about the White Shores, and oh, it's beautiful. And the music, the Annie Lennox, well, it's not the Annie Lennox version, it's the Howard Shore version of the song, but Annie Lennox does sing it's the song Into the West. Sorry, I had to Google it. I could not remember the name for the life of me. She sings at the credits, but the Howard Shore orchestral version of it is there. One big dream of mine in my life is to see the Lord of the Rings orchestra while they play the movie in the background. When I tell you, I would cry. And I'm pretty sure almost every time I've watched them, I've cried at least once during the movies. Not every time, but almost every time, I would say. And I know, like, so many people are like, it's Lord of the Rings though, like, come on. Sam's speech in the second one. The first one, Sam again, it's always Sam. Sam, when he says, I made a promise, Mr. Frodo. What more could you want? Sam is the friend we all need. And in the third one, there's multiple moments where I cry, but in particular it's Sam, and it's when he's talking about Rosie Cotton dancing and she had ribbons in her hair. Oh, it's just magical. And then also, you bow to no one will break anyone. By the way, spoilers, I'm not really given like spoiler specifics, but like these are spoilery sort of things, so do watch Lord of the Rings if you haven't seen it yet. We're going to take the shade Frodo, this gorgeous glittery dark forest green, and that is going to go on the center part of the lid, just leaving a very small gap on the inner corner, just over that glitter primer. It's going to be nice and dark. It's going to be beautiful. It's got such a dark base, and then just when it hits the light you get that gorgeous green shimmer. So just leaving just about that much in there. I just want that for the Legolas shade because I just think it'll go really nice with that lower lash line. Who else? Who else am I missing? Okay, Merry and Pippin. So I love Billy Boyd and Dominic Monaghan. I used to listen to their Friendship Onion podcast before that kind of went to crap. Not for them. The producers were kind of or the production company was a bit dodge. Not their fault, it was the production company's fault, but I used to listen to that religiously, especially during COVID. It was amazing. They have a show now called Billy and Dom Eat the World, which was a segment on their podcast that they used to do, but now they travel and go eat food everywhere, and it's only recently come onto channels here that I can actually watch, and me and my boyfriend have been addicted to watching because it just brings us so much joy. They talk a little bit about Lord of the Rings, but it's more just those two. They're very funny, best friends. I always say that I'm sure Billy Boyd loves his wife dearly, but I don't think he loves anyone more than he loves Dominic Monaghan. That's just the vibe I get. I think they are the best duo. Okay, now with that shade on, I'm just going to go back in with the Boromir shade, that really dark green that we used at the very beginning, on the same brush we used at the beginning, and just tuck that in around the edges of that shimmer just to really give it a nice gradient into the matte. I don't want any harsh lines. Okay, now we're on to Legolas right here, and that is going to go on the inner part of that lid. What I will say is the Frodo shade is a little bit more hard pressed. It does kind of look like the super sparkly green part that you see is a little bit of an overspray, tiny bit, but it definitely still has the green sparkles all the way through. It's just a little, it kind of looks like it looks more impressive on top than it actually is, but it's still stunning when it's on, if that makes sense. And it's a little bit more hard pressed, where the likes of Rivendell is super sparkly. It's almost like a glitter hybrid, but the Frodo shade is still beautiful. I don't want anyone to think it's not beautiful. It is. It's just, I think that the top layer is a tiny bit deceiving for how it looks underneath, but it goes on beautiful. So I'm taking the Legolas shade on a 239S from MAC, just another flat brush, and that is going to go on this inner part in here. Oh yeah, that's so sparkly. But I'm just overlapping that shade now with that green on the lid. So with Legolas, my favourite Legolas moments, not like he doesn't have a lot to say throughout the movies. He is more of like a side character, in a way, even though he's still one of the Fellowship and one of the main characters. What would be my favourite moments? I mean, the shield moment is always going to be up there because that's just iconic. Oh, I do know exactly which one is my favourite because it's always actually been up there for Legolas. It's the moment in Moria when the orcs are shooting down them when they're on the stairs and he gets that one shot right there. He gets the one shot right there because he never misses. Legolas. Love him. I love him. And Orlando Bloom was the first love of my life when I was 10 years old. And still is. But 10 years old, yeah. I was obsessed with Orlando Bloom. Oh my god. To be fair, who wasn't though? I feel like everyone was when he was in that and Pirates of the Caribbean. Between those two movies, everyone was obsessed with him. Okay, now that is all the main colours and shadows done. I'm going to take the shade Bilbo. So there's Galadriel and Bilbo. Bilbo is more like a pewter, has a bit more of like a grey, almost a gold as well. And then Galadriel is more just like a silver, really beautiful, icy sort of shade. I'm going to take Bilbo because it has that little bit of gold. I just think it'll go a bit more with this grungy sort of look. And I'm just taking this on a little brush that I got from eBay. This is going to be my inner corner highlight. Yeah, it kind of gives that like tarnished sort of look, which I love. My favourite Bilbo moments. Well, my number one is I feel old Gandalf. Like butter scraped over too much bread. My favourite lines. I love that line. Because that's kind of how I always feel. I feel old all the time. And then a lot of mine are actually in The Hobbit. I love The Hobbit. By the way, I love the Hobbit movies. As an like extreme Lord of the Rings fan. I love the Hobbit movies. I don't think they are as good. I don't think anything will be as good as the Lord of the Rings movies. And in saying that as well, I do know that there are like, you know, plot holes and things and CGI problems and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't even faze me when I'm watching it, because I'm locked into that movie no matter what. And no matter how many times I've seen it, I am locked in. But yeah, I love the Hobbit movies. But my favourite Bilbo moments, I've got two from the Hobbit. First one is when he's sitting to eat his dinner and then the door, someone knocks on the door and he has that face. I'm like, that's me. That's just me. I like to be a recluse nowadays. I like to stay in and just do my own thing. And I don't like anyone disturbing me. And then my second one is right at the end when he's talking to the Sackville Bagginses about Thorin. It makes me cry every time. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I love it so much. I do love The Hobbit. The second one's my favourite because that's when Legolas comes into it, even though he's actually not supposed to be there. I do know that. But, and I have actually physically read The Hobbit. That's the one I did physically read. Sorry, I'm just popping a little bit more of Gollum on just my lower lash line just to re-intensify that. Sorry, this feels like a chatty get ready with me. It's not. It is a first impressions. I'm loving the palette, by the way, just saying. But yeah, anyone else that I love? I love Faramir in the movies. A lot of people have an issue with Faramir. I do not. I think it actually, the story of him almost taking the ring to Gondor gives him more complexity and makes the quality, him showing his true quality at the end, more enhanced for me. And again, I've listened to the audiobooks, I know the story, but for me it's I love the movie version. Yeah, I just think it makes them a bit more complex. I love a grey area character, that's why I love Boromir so much. And I will just say, obviously I've given a lot of opinions about Lord of the Rings. My opinions are not the be all end all, and I don't believe that. To me they are, but not to everyone else, and I get that. And your opinions are completely valid as well, but everyone has their own opinions about it. Everyone likes their own characters. People probably don't like Boromir for whatever reason. I just don't see it. And people probably don't like Sam. That I really don't see. But I get it. Everyone has their own opinions, and that's just the way it is. I would love to hear all your Lord of the Rings opinions, what you love, who's your favourite character, why you love them. Give me your stories about Lord of the Rings. If you're ever in a conversation with me and want to bring up Lord of the Rings, just prepare yourself for a conversation about it, because I'll talk for hours about it. So, as you can see, I am going to jump off. I'm going to finish off my eyes and we will go through the rest of the collection. So I have my lip kit that I want to use. I'm probably going to use the Even Star one because I think it'll go well with this look. And the highlighter, the very scary highlighter, I'm very worried about this highlighter. It's fairy gold. I really don't know. I'll lighten it with another highlighter if I need to, but I still want to try it. I still want to see what it's like. So that's it. I will jump off and I will come back once my eyes are done. Okay, so I don't have any lashes on. I'm going to pop them on like right at the end because I feel like doing it that way. I don't know. So now we're going to take the One Ring highlighter. Oh, even just the packaging, every box in this I'm keeping, by the way. Every single box. The Pure box that I showed at the beginning, I'm keeping. Everything is being kept. I'm obsessed with this. And then we've got our gorgeous packaging. It says, "My precious." And something I didn't realise at the beginning was the Gollum in the middle here. I never realised that in the initial photos until I got it. It's so beautiful. It's got the inscription here, which is, I don't have any tattoos because I'm not allowed. My mum won't let me, even though I am almost 31. She still won't let me, and I'm too afraid to get one. But that is the one tattoo my heart would be set on. It's quite dark, so I'm a bit worried about this. It does have a slight green reflex. It's gorgeous. I showed it at the very beginning. Let me see how this goes. Oh my god, that picks up so well. Even tapping it off so much. Oh my god. This is a Cash Beauty K05 brush, just like a really floppy kind of brush. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, it's beautiful. It's not the worst. I mean, when I turn this way, I can see a very slight dark cast, but it's actually not too bad. Oh, I'm happy about that. It's very strong. You don't need a lot. I picked up way too much. Is there a really dark cast in camera? It's very, very slight. Not really. You wouldn't really notice it too much. I definitely think when I'm a little bit warmer after my holidays, this is definitely going to work. Okay, so now we're going to use our Even Star lip kit. We're going to use this because it's got that plumminess, and I think that'll match the lower lash line really well with that plummy, murky, mauvey shade. So it's just the Rivendell, not the Even Star lip kit. It's the Rivendell lip kit. The Even Star lip kit is the lip care kit, the scrub and the mask. This is the Rivendell set. I do apologise, I kept saying Even Star. But we're going to use this plummy pencil to line, and I'm just feathering that in once I've lined. And then we're going to take the Rivendell gloss, which is kind of like a sheer version of this colour. It's like a sheer plum, and this will help merge the colour around into the lip so it's not as jaggedy. I love that. That's really nice. Okay, now I'm going to jump off. I'm going to pop a pair of lashes on to finish off this look and get into, I was going to say get into costume. I'm not getting into a costume. I don't have a Lord of the Rings costume, unfortunately. But pop on my jewellery and do all my bits and just brush my hair and make myself look a little bit more presentable to the world to go with this makeup. So I will come back and show you how it all looks with the lashes on. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. I attempted elven hair. I'm not good with hair, so don't judge. This is my best attempt that I could do in like 3 minutes. So here we are. I do have my Even Star right here that my boyfriend got me. It's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's got a long chain, so she actually kind of sits down here, but you wouldn't see that. So I've hiked her up to here so you can see her in all her glory. She's beautiful. And then these earrings are just cheap earrings that kind of in a similar shape. I just thought it would be cute with it. So we don't need to really go through everything that's on my face. My lashes are the Violet Voss Wisp or Wisp Out You lashes. For the eyes, to finish it off, I use my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on eye pencil in the shade Oozy on my waterline, and then my MAC Stack mascara. That is all. Everything else you have seen. So let me do a quick little rundown of my favorite products in order from this collection. Now, I'm not going to actually include the Sauron lip kit because I haven't actually worn it yet. I've only swatched it. I will give a little bit more verdict on that in a 2 Looks One palette, so we're going to just not do that one, but I do really like that. So we have got the Even Star lip care kit basically in the lip scrub here and the lip mask. Love the lip mask. Lip scrubs I don't use very often, but I do love that it's coconut scented or flavored, and this is minty. I think it's actually a really nice combo. I like a coconut mint combo. I think that's really nice, so I do really like that. But again, I don't use lip scrubs too often, but the lip mask I will definitely use, especially because it's on a keyring, and I'll probably pop it onto my bag for when I go on holidays. Next, I'm gonna go with the One Ring highlighter, only because it's a touch too dark for me. Like, I do love it. I think it's beautiful. It does not go well on camera because of the packaging so shiny. I think it's beautiful. I think it's gonna be gorgeous on darker skins. It's just a touch too dark for me, just along here if I apply too much of it. But again, I think in the summer it'll probably be more suited to my skin when I'm a little bit warmer, not as see-through as this. But yeah, I think I really like it. Everything I like. I do really like everything. I just a touch lighter, just one little bit lighter, and then this would be perfect. And then we have the Rivendell lip kit. I think this is beautiful. I think the packaging on this gloss is probably some of my favorite packaging in my whole collection. I think it looks so beautiful, kind of a bit like YSL sort of packaging, and just really pretty. It just goes really well, very elven style. I love the colour. It's obviously what I have on me now. I love the colour. I love the feel of the gloss. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, I can see myself wearing this colour a lot. I used to wear this kind of colour all the time when I was a teenager. I can see myself getting back into it though. So then obviously it's the palette is number one. It's always the palette. It's my favourite thing out of all these collections. But I just adore this packaging with the map of Middle-earth on it. It's so much detail, everything. I love the fact that basically not every single character, but most characters have their own shade, and it's very representative of them. A lot of people wanted Aragorn to be different. I think that's perfect. It's very dirty looking, and he's kind of always dirty through most of the movies. My only gripe would be to change Legolas to a different shade, maybe a green or something like that. But I love the difference in textures. I do, as I said, like, love this green shade. I love how sparkly like this shade is, and the shade One Ring and Rivendell is. The duochrome in Arwen is gorgeous, and Fellowship and Lothlorien. I think it's beautiful. The mattes blend really well. These greens blended so easy together. I mean, they are all green, but still the textures blended so well. It's just bringing me so much joy. I cannot wait to get into a 2 Looks One palette. I've kind of already, I know I want to use some of these purpley shades, and I definitely want to use the shade Gimli as well. I think that kind of russety shade is gorgeous. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so happy I have this in my collection. It's beautiful. It makes me, yeah, it's probably one of my favorite things that I own now as far as makeup goes. So I want to know down in the comments below, what do you think of this look? What do you think of this collection? Are you getting this collection? Did you get the collection? What's your favourite product from the collection? And also, everything you love about Lord of the Rings. Let me know down below your favourite character, favourite scenes, favourite moments. I want to know it all down below. I want details. I want a Lord of the Rings conversation happening over here, because I'm one of the biggest Lord of the Rings nerds out there. Not even funny. I adore these movies so much, and I'm so happy right now. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support to get me around more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see many more videos coming. We will definitely be doing a 2 Looks One palette with this, and probably a palette bingo in the future as well. We have got more Nomad stuff coming. We've got I'm going to do a 3 Looks 3 palettes video with my most recent post on the palette bingo that I done with the 3 palettes that are returning, and I'm going to do a 3 Looks 3 palettes with that, so each palette has their own moment to shine in the video. I'm also going to be doing a palette bingo with a multi-palette bingo, and yeah, very exciting. Also my Zodiac series, also my chatty kind of top 10, top 5s in my makeup collection. Anything else, more first impressions, more stuff? Is there anything else I can think of? Just general chat about makeup, and I love it so much. So hit subscribe down below for all that. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below where I post all the up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both those a follow. So that is it, guys. That is it for our first impressions with the Glamlite Lord of the Rings collection. Thank you for listening to me ramble on about Lord of the Rings, because it makes me happy, and I'm so happy you guys wanted to see this video. So I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.